broadcasting from somewhere in the Hollywood Hills.
You have arrived. We are Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast.
Dance Cast.
We are dance all day, every day, all the time. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at iDanceCast or at Nick Drago or, of course, at Desiree Robbins.
You can check us out on iTunes. Visit our website, infinitedancecast.com. You can follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/InfiniteDanceCast. We have a great guest on the show today. He's coming in the studio, just flew in from Denver, and boy, are his arms tired. Photographer extraordinaire, Mr. Erik Hyler.
This is an exciting one.
Every dancer that I know has shot at least once with Erik Hyler.
Right.
There's a few photographers in LA that are phenomenal.
Right.
He is one of them.
Absolutely.
Especially for dancers, and he does everything. And he's so cool.
He is. And I think it was just shooting silhouettes. Have you seen silhouettes?
From America's Got Talent.
That's right, which is pretty amazing. So he just went out there and shot them.
It's amazing how he can shoot just shadows.
Yeah, black and white.
Black and white, baby. So anyways, he's coming in the studio, so we get some tips and tricks on what to look for. Those of you who are aspiring dancers going to move out to Los Angeles or New York, what to look for in a photographer, how to communicate to a photographer to get the shots that you want to get the best outcome that you can
Right, because remember, you are the product.
You are the product, and you're paying the money, so you want to make sure that you go in prepared, not just be like, okay, Erik, do your thing.
Here we go.
Yeah, you don't show up to school to take the test and not have studied. Well, I did in college. It didn't ever turn out good.
Did it not?
No.
I have a feeling. Or I had a feeling. I had to put it in the proper tense because I know Gail might be listening.
Oh, my mom, the librarian.
I might get some notes.
Yeah, you might. I'll get them. Nick, tell Desiree.
Tell Desiree.
Okay.
Let's review the rules
the
of grammar
rules. She's going to send me a book now. Watch.
Oh, no.
Okay, so you were just doing a convention. Tell us about that.
I was just in Kansas City.
You're all over the place.
Well, I am.
But in a good way. You know what I mean?
I hope.
Was that
It was Ash Dance, which is Artists Simply Human, ashdance.com. They're on Facebook. Great teachers. My first time working with Tavares Wilson, who has done Janet Jackson and
great.
Britney Spears, and just an amazing person. Mm-hmm. And Wes Veldink, who's somebody
He's awesome.
we trained with, out here in LA, and then now has been living in New York.
We got to get him on the show.
I'm trying.
Dude,
he's awesome. He's on the list. Like, he already has the email sent out because his work is amazing. And I know I'm using that word again, but he's so artistic and he approaches things quite differently than most choreographers.
And kids, I'm hoping you as the listener, not just kids, but you as the listener listening right now are hearing some names you haven't heard before, because these are the names of true working dancers and professionals in the industry.
That's right.
That you don't necessarily see on So You Think You Can Dance.
Well, exactly. This convention kind of brought the veterans, as you will, together. And so you want to start looking up, okay, Tavares, he's in LA. He teaches at the Edge 3 times a week. Wes, he teaches in New York. So you want to look up where you can go take from these teachers because you need to experience it.
And of course you had Dee Casperry out there as well, yeah?
Oh, yes, I forgot. Of course, Dee Casperry.
No, he's great.
He is great. And that was my first time working with him. I mean, we've known each other and we've done things in the same vicinity, but this was the first job we've really ever been on together, which is quite amazing.
That's awesome.
Because the world is very small, yet it's very big. I mean, we grew up probably 30 minutes apart.
Cool.
So.
Cool. Glad to hear it.
So it was great. But what I'm really dying to know.
Yes.
Is you came to the shoot. You came to the recording, and ladies and gentlemen, Nick is in a white button-down shirt. He has a black tie on and black slacks, really. And
they're gray slacks, and it's like a.
I'm sorry, I didn't look close enough. You're right. It's a kind of like a wool slack, if you will, light wool, and then some very nice Dapper Dan shoes.
Look at these Argyle socks.
And he dressed basically to the nines, and I knew it wasn't for me. So I'm dying to know what you were up to.
Well, I'll tell you. I was just at a Michael Rooney audition.
Oh!
And it's for a Smiths and Ham commercial or whatever, but he's hiring 20 dancers.
Well, you're the ham.
I am such a ham. Hey,
I had one. I get a point.
Yeah, give yourself a point. So, we're keeping score.
Not a very good one.
We're keeping score on who gives the zingers.
And Nick wins most of the time. Anyway, go on.
So,
Michael Rooney.
So I went, and we're dancing to Good Morning. It's like a 1950s.
Good morning.
Yeah, it's
got it,
Mad
got it.
Men meets 1950s, and I didn't have time to change. But I went, and I actually was fortunate enough to just get called into directly to the callback. I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I was very fortunate to get asked to go because I couldn't go to the first one.
Got it.
So
And they know they want you.
I hopefully so, and I kind of boofed my audition a little bit.
New word.
And I'll tell you why.
I'm sorry. I'm going to give you a point just for the word boofed.
Go ahead.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why. The casting assistant, not the casting director, but the casting assistant was a little short with me. My time was at 3 o'clock. They usually let you go in early. I was very nice, but she was having a rough day. I think just a little stressed. And I was getting some attitude. So I was there for like an hour and a half waiting for her to fit me in to audition.
Which takes, honestly, how long? Maybe 5 minutes?
5 minutes at the most.
At the most.
Yeah,
Okay,
now
go
it's
ahead.
not her fault that I boofed my audition. I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta go feed my meter. And it was a rookie mistake. I let her get to me. Now, I'm not mad at her. I will not have a bad day because of it, but it is just a reminder that you are in charge of your own success or failure in these auditions. And you have to control as much as you possibly can. Stay cool, stay relaxed. Everything's gonna be fine. There's no reason to get angry.
That's like the show must go on.
The show must go on.
Basically.
And you know what? I boofed, but I was doing my best Gene Kelly impersonation in there, and I think I did fine.
I'm sure you were a true professional because I've seen you on really hard days. Maybe you're having a hard day with your family or something's going on, but it never shows when you work. You walk in and it's just...
Yep.
Ooh, that was a good snap.
That was a good snap. It's just the way of the business. Okay, we're into music picks, Desiree.
Oh my goodness.
We gotta go.
We're moving along here.
We gotta go.
Okay. So we are... My first music pick, because I've become such a lyrical queen and diva. Oh, right, the queen?
Queen diva.
Queen of lyrical. Is I Will Be Free. And the artist on that is Cindy Morgan. It's a Christian artist, but it is a beautiful song that you can use over and over. My second pick is When I Get My Name in Lights. Do you know who sings that?
Uh-huh.
You're going to look it up.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
It's Hugh Jackman, I think.
Yeah,
he did it on the Academy Awards.
Yeah, what's the show?
39.
No, what's the
Boy
show?
From Oz?
Did you just read my notes?
Yeah.
He's cheating. But you are correct, sir. My second pick is When I Get My Name in Lights, Hugh Jackman. It is from The Boy from Oz. And then my third and final pick, another one, Push the Button. That's
I love
DA.
that song.
Yeah, Push the Button. And it is from, obviously, The Color Purple from Broadway.
Duh.
You have to edit it a little bit.
Okay, but it's still a good song to use.
Right. And
Okay.
it wouldn't be a show without Bella's collar. Yeah. It's all great songs. I just, wanted to share that with you.
That's fantastic.
Remember that you can get those on iTunes easily. So go to iTunes and type in I Will Be Free, When I Get My Name in Lights, and push the button.
Excellent. Okay, number one for me, classic that I like to use for tap, for warm-up, Funk Yard by Walter Wolfman Washington and the Roadmasters.
I think you find these purposely.
Well, it's just, I don't know why.
Okay, keep going.
Okay, number two for me, The Sun is Shining Down by J.J. Grey and Mo Fro. Not mofo, but Mo Fro, like the hair.
Okay.
The Sun is Shining Down. Okay, so, and that's another good song. It's kind of like a little, it's got a lot of soul to it. It's just...
Can you give me a line?
Absolutely not. Not while the other music's playing in the background. I can't think of it.
Oh, darn it. I can't hear that.
Okay, number three for me, We Will Rock You. Now, not the kind you're thinking of, not from Queen.
Okay.
This is the KRS-One version. It's the rap version.
Okay.
We Will Rock You. And it's
Do they use the sample?
They use the sample. So, three different kinds of songs for you and no particular theme.
Right.
And those are my songs.
Let me ask you a question about We Will Rock You.
Yes, ma'am.
So is that non-explicit so we can use it for young...
Just get the clean version.
Love it.
And even then, if you download these clean versions, just be careful because you never know.
You never know.
We're going to be in the studio with Erik Hyler. Well, he's going to be in our studio.
That's right.
Well, he has a studio, but he's coming to ours.
But he's coming to ours this time.
Obviously, because the sound quality's good, not like
That
our Burbank
right.
studio in the hotel room.
And we're very sorry about that. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at iDanceCast. We'll be right back.
Flow 40 Dance Workshops is the nation's premier in-house dance experience. We come to you and offer dancers a personalized workshop in the comfort of their own studio. Build a customized schedule to best suit your student needs. Our faculty work in every facet of the entertainment industry. And now, for a limited time, Desiree Robbins is in the mix. Book her for your next workshop. We're available for booking year-round. Visit flow40dance.com or call 818-985-7005 for more information. Flow 40 Dance Workshops. Work hard, dance strong.
And welcome back. We are Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast.
Dance Cast!
We are dance all day, every day, all the time.
Actors, dancers, aerialists, architecture, kids, nature, people in weddings alike all love our next guest. He makes people look like $1 million. Even more, when you work with this man, he makes you feel like $1 million so you can make $1 million. He is a dancer turned photographer, a true artist in his own right. Please welcome the very inventive Mr. Erik Hyler.
Oh my gosh. Nick,
wow, what an intro. Thank you, Nick. I appreciate
problem.
that.
No problem.
Desiree, how are you?
I'm fabulous. How are you?
I'm great. Yes.
So you're our first photographer on the show.
Great.
And now, you're no normal photographer. It's not. People have this idea of like, oh, I'm going to go get my pictures, taking my headshots. But it's a whole experience when people come to shoot with you.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope they have a great time, and I hope that, they get tons of options and everything that, they want from a session. I think a long time ago, back in, 100 days ago, 100 years ago, actually. 100 days. Yeah, it's only 100 days. When things were black and white and you had 2 rolls of film, you were lucky to get 1 shot. At least that's what all the agents said, and so now you get lots of options,
right? And in color.
Absolutely.
Which sometimes I like, and sometimes, honestly, I don't.
well, I agree. But
I'm not gonna lie. You can hide a lot.
I have been to a few auditions lately and seen some black and white headshots, and I want to paperclip your card to their headshot. So because it's obviously taken 15 years ago.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that as things change and the business changes, the color brings out, the green eyes, the red hair, the freckles, and all that good stuff that we never got to see during the black and white days.
No, it makes sense, and now you don't have to list all that on your resume.
Right. Well, we still do.
Brown.
Right.
I know, but isn't that funny, though?
It's
eyes brown.
Like someone's going to be like,
Skin
wait a minute.
Pale.
You said your eyes are slate. They're obviously
Hair
hazel. Yeah, right. So, Erik, when someone contacts you to get their headshots done, what is the first question that you ask them?
Wow, the first question.
Is it cash or credit?
That's right. Cute? No.
So as a dancer, for instance, let's say I just moved out to LA, I call Erik Hyler, what do I do
Absolutely.
next?
Usually I ask if you're agency represented, and if you are, who are you with, and that'll tell me where to go from, the starting point of shooting commercially and then ending wherever that may be, whatever that means to you as far as male or female goes, whether it's kind of at the end a Pussycat Doll look, or if it's the guy, it's an Armani type of print ad style. So does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it makes absolutely sense.
Does it make a lot of sense?
Yes.
It makes a lot of sense.
Okay, great.
So is it important for me to come to you and say, Mr. Hyler, I would like to have this kind of look, and this kind of look?
Yes, it is important, and I think that it's important to find out what style you are and what it is that you need to bring to your own photographs and to your own agent. Whether you are that commercial person, whether you are a little more of a hip-hop person, you definitely need to find out and work through your clothing and your style and your hair,
right.
As we've all...
Define yourself.
Define yourself before you even get hair, and yes, that's what we love doing, is also helping people define, and I think that's why... many of the agents like their clients to come to us, because we do help with that. We don't just let you alone and just, flail out there where, some photographers, I think, have done that. Maybe they don't give you a lot of advice. You just kind of show up and hope that you rock.
Right.
I don't know. I'm not really about that.
I've had some of those.
And it's hard to get up there and feel like I'm a rock star, but let me tell you, shooting with Erik before, he literally makes you feel like a rock star.
We're bananas.
Well, it is true, because I always get very nervous before, thinking I'm going to hate these, I don't like doing this, I'm embarrassed, So it's nice to have a photographer that, you can trust and will help guide you and give you some feedback, and positive feedback is always good.
Because if the artist is not comfortable, if the dancer or the actor is not comfortable, then the pictures aren't going to turn out good, and they're going to blame you, right?
Right, absolutely. And I think that coming from dance, coming from an acting background, you have that history of being in photo shoots yourself, going, wow, well, I hope that worked out.
Right.
Just leaving, spending a bunch of money, and hoping that, it all went great. But I think, hopefully with us, it went great. Right. As we're going along that you rock, you look amazing, we show you everything as we go, so that you walk out the door feeling really great and able to be confident when you talk with your agent. Well, how'd the shoot go? Awesome.
Right. Absolutely. And what's really nice also is that he gets back those photos right away.
Oh yeah, there's no lingering.
There is no week, 2 weeks.
Right.
It's like the next day or the next.
Okay, no pressure.
No, it's just
he gets them to you before you leave.
Right.
It's just you're very efficient in that manner.
We're here talking to Erik Hyler. Go to ehgphotography.com. Follow him on Twitter at ehgphotography. That's really easy.
Yeah,
and
super easy.
And you will shoot dancers that have been in the industry forever. You will shoot actors. You will shoot newcomers. What do you like to shoot them? I mean, you do you're not just a headshot photographer. You are an artist.
What's the best job? Or the most different job?
Okay, the most different job that I've shot is aerial photography. Hanging out of a helicopter, strapped in, is always a lot of fun. Shooting another helicopter, great stuff.
Oh, wow!
It's a lot of fun.
You're kidding? Did you do that? Where'd you do that?
We did Santa Monica and all over downtown. The Capitol Record Building.
Now that is incredible.
It was awesome.
Unbelievable.
It was great.
So you're just hanging out of the helicopter taking pictures?
Out of the helicopter.
Strapped in to. Well, I thought I was going to be in the big helicopter.
But you weren't.
But I wasn't.
We're going to save that for after this.
In radio,
break.
we call that a cliffhanger.
Love it.
We'll be right back with Erik Hyler. On the break, go to ehgphotography.com. Hurry quick and go to his website now. It's only a 30-second commercial.
Hurry.
As dance teachers, we spend countless hours editing music. Save time with professional audio engineers. Professional music edits for competition start as low as $49. Clean cuts at affordable rates. Give your dancers a leg up on the competition. Email them for a quote. Visit dezworld.com. That's DEZ world.com for more details.
Hey guys, this is Courtney Galliano from So You Think You Could Dance, and you're listening to Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast.
And welcome back. You are listening to Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast.
Dance Cast.
We are dance all day, every day. All the time. Anyway, I wanted to say, don't forget to follow us on Twitter at iDanceCast or at Nick Drago or at Desiree Robbins.
Or at EHG Photography for Mr. Erik Hyler, ehgphotography.com. He's here with us. So here's what I want to know.
Yep.
Okay.
We're on the cliffhanger?
We didn't get to finish talking about the helicopter.
You know what? It's quick. It was,
hanging out.
It was hanging out of a helicopter, and your feet, your feet are hanging out of a little tiny, what is it? Firefly helicopter or a little mosquito one? Yeah, that's it. And scary, so
no
that was fun. No no. I never even thought about that.
Seems like you should ask.
That would have been a good thing to think about.
You need to fix your rider there.
Exactly.
Or maybe a thing you didn't want to think about. Okay.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so here's my question.
Yeah.
People move to LA. Do they get an agent first? Do they get headshots first? When do they call you?
It depends. Some people move out to LA and have had the fortunate opportunity to have an agent when they get out here. Some don't. So yes, I say it's great to have shots that are amazing when you are looking for an agent. Because, as we know, sometimes they have auditions, big calls. So it'd be great if you really started out this industry rocking with an amazing shot.
And you want it then. It's not like you're bringing this little picture of you and you've cut your mom and dad out.
Absolutely. Right away, you already look professional.
Right.
Right.
Okay, so
Your mom and dad.
Look how excited I am. I'm like, yeah, my mom and dad
Look how
love your
oblivious
shots
I
too,
am.
by the way. They love them. They have them blown up all over my house in
great.
Houston.
Great.
So,
And they do. I've been
and they
there.
do.
Well,
I think they like you more than they like me.
no, I don't think so. Look at the face here. Come on.
So what? Okay, so what are some pet peeves then? Like, let's say I come to shoot with you. What are some no-nos for me to do?
this
'Cause
is-
we don't want to impede your artistic.
What are some no-nos?
Yeah, like what do I need
I
to
don't know.
not?
Do you have any?
You know, I wish I did.
Okay.
You know, I think a no-no might be more so for the client to say that I'm unphotogenic or, you know, I've never really looked great in pictures and all that. I'm like, bring it on, because that's not true. It's not true for anybody. It just means that somebody hasn't spent the time to get that great shot, to make them feel comfortable.
Right.
And
Does that emotion come out in their photos?
the insecurity?
Yes.
Absolutely. But only for 5 minutes with us.
Yeah.
And then it's over.
Yeah.
So
He's really good at making you feel comfortable. Like
That's true. That's why those blue shots in the end. Mm-hmm. You know, then he did. They're the ones on Facebook. Go check it out.
Yeah, he's got.
I do remember those,
So,
actually.
do you have like a style? Would you consider that? I don't know.
You know what? I think that a lot of times you do have a style. I think that when you're in it, you don't necessarily see your style, except you capture what you want and what you like. So some people, I'm sure people would say, oh yeah, that's an Erik Hyler photo, which is great, and I'm glad they do. For me...
Well, they said that about my choreography.
Well,
that's
hey.
for
What?
sure. It had the 10 elements. I'm kidding.
10 elements. Okay, well then mine has the 3 elements.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Focus.
Really?
You're not cutting the person's head off.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is. Yes.
Medievally speaking.
I mean, right.
So, okay, so let's say somebody's moving to New York, though, but they're on LA for the summer. Do you
yeah.
do, like, New York-style headshots?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're
Well,
flexible.
He does it all.
You know, yeah, as far as, that's a great question, by the way,
Thank
because
you.
a lot of people start here, go there, you know, switch.
Uh-huh.
And some people might be more interested in a playbill shot. Or actually saying,
What a word. I love it.
hey, you know what, I just pulled it out.
Pulled it out from where?
Right over there,
Okay.
actually.
Anyway is the word you're looking for.
Well, in this area, this region. So,
You have one.
Oh, the score is Nick 1, Desiree nothing, because I had a good question for you. You haven't said that about hers yet.
oh, okay, well, I'll wait.
Okay. You've been waiting for a while. It's only a half-an-hour show. Oh! That's another one for me. I'll write that down.
He is. He's
like
marking.
that.
I think that'll be our new thing. Do you have?
Should we start now?
I want to. I want to ask a question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of Nick. Sorry.
Yeah, what?
Do you have a Kenny Warmold number for him?
Oh, I sure
Or Kevin
do.
Okay, but wait. Before we get there, I do want to take us all back in time a bit
Okay.
to when Erik used to dance.
Okay.
Oh, I have all those credits. Not all of them, just some of them.
I know you do because you are great at this. That's why you do the research.
Can I read them to you?
Let's do it.
Scream 2, Wild Wild West, Inspector Gadget, Dudley Do-Right, The Wedding Planner, Town and Country.
In 1924.
No, those are all new.
Those are good. Those are good movies. Those are really good.
Really?
It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
And you trained in Los Angeles.
Absolutely.
And you're from?
I'm from Northern California, but I was born in Long Beach. So,
So
yeah, a native.
You're a SoCal.
Absolutely. I was at Dupre Dance Academy.
Okay.
Nice.
And you danced with Bill Bowl.
Correct.
And Michael Higgins.
Michael Higgins.
Nathan Prevost.
Nathan Prevost.
Oh my
absolutely.
gosh.
Ann Fletcher.
Oh my goodness.
Nice.
Yeah. Desiree Robbins.
Hey, yo.
Yes, I was just very young coming in.
She was 7.
But we did do a video together.
Which video?
Well, it was when Joe Tremaine used to do these really elaborate videos of their dances. I mean, we shot them with Kevin Carlisle, who was a huge director. He did
That's right. Wow.
Soul. What's that? What's that show?
Soul Train?
No.
The Grind?
Anyway.
The Carol Burnett Show?
Anyway, it was a big
Okay.
show back
Laugh
in those
In.
days.
Solid Gold.
Solid Gold.
Oh.
I knew it would come. And so it was a big deal. He directed. And I have to find it's on VHS, so this could be an issue. Of Erik
Wow.
dancing
Ooh.
Of course,
With
I'm
Joe.
on it dancing as well too.
We're gonna post
which
it.
is probably more frightening. But yes, I think it's worthwhile.
And is that a tap number?
It is a tap number. I think he's with Tony Coppola.
We are.
If we need, if
Is
we gotta
that
find a VHS
TAPS in the
player.
USA?
Yes, it is.
You guys, TAPS in the USA. It
Hey.
was the first time I ever learned how to do an accented time step with a little fist pump.
Oh man, that's
Like,
good.
seriously.
If we can find a
I had
VHS player, we're
Because I
gonna
had
do
never
it.
seen anything different, than your typical.
Well, it was as incredible as the snake. It really was.
It actually was. It was inventive. So Eric has had a long history.
So you didn't. So did you have your sights set on becoming a photographer, or was it because you learned the snake and then you were like, it's time to move on?
Well, gosh, the snake was pretty influential. However, as time rolls on, photography has been in my family for generations, actually. So, as also dancing, I was also auditioning as an actor and all these things and having a great time. And eventually,
Really having a great time.
the highs were high and the lows were low.
That's
how it
LA.
is. We play it straight here in LA.
Exactly.
In Infinite Dance Cast.
We're talking some truth here, right? It's not all fun and games.
Right.
No, it's true.
But when it's great, and that's why we do it. So things lead into one another, and eventually photography just rolled around again. So there it is.
Good.
Yeah.
Well,
You're good at it.
this is a perfect segue for our
fine.
Kevin Bacon number because
Right.
6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. Everyone in Hollywood's connected to Kevin Bacon. What?
Okay.
Did you shoot him?
And connected to Kenny, the new guy.
Kenny Wormald.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
we've
I
been
shot
doing-
Kenny 10 years ago.
Okay,
I was
so
like,
we've
wow,
been doing
I know
this
that
on
guy.
the show now for every guest.
Okay, all right, great.
It's Nick's little shtick, which I love.
Okay.
So here's
And
your
the fact that he does the math is even better.
I love it.
your Kevin Bacon number.
Okay.
You were in Town and Country with Andy McDowell.
Yep.
Okay, who was in Beauty Shop with Kevin Bacon. Your Kevin Bacon number's 2.
That's
there you
pretty
go.
good.
Kevin
That's
Bacon
awesome.
number 2.
Number 2.
Now, Kenny Wormald, because he's doing the rendition of Footloose, which opened in theaters last month. Okay, you were in Dudley Do-Right with Brian Anthony,
Yes.
who was in Clerks 2 with Kenny Wormald. Your Kenny Wormald number is also 2. However,
However.
you shot him.
However.
I feel like he should
Number
be thanking
one.
You. Yeah,
It's number 1 because that moves him up, definitely.
he should be thanking you.
Yeah.
'Cause you
He should
obviously
be
gave him a
thanking me
start.
because that was...
Okay, I'm going to tell you, if you could probably resell those photos on eBay.
Get ready, Kenny.
Here it comes.
Here I come.
Because there are some serious girls in some serious love with Mr. Wormald.
Well, I congratulate him, and I'm so excited
know.
for him. That's so great.
And all the reviews, especially of the dance scenes,
Yeah.
are just over the top
Oh, great.
incredible. I mean,
Oh,
they're
good.
saying obviously that's the... Back then, remember, it was a cult flick. Kevin Bacon was
Yeah.
a dancer, but
Right,
not
yeah.
like a Kenny
Right.
Wormald dancer.
Exactly.
And so
Now you have
the
to
dance
become a
scenes are-
professional dancer, kind of like pedestrian. We don't want you to be that good.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Like
Yeah.
kind of flex your feet and be weird. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah. That...
it's really hard, man.
Right?
It's like we're struggling for an identity here. We come to you and we get great photos from ehgphotography.com.
Thank you.
And then we don't know what to do with our lives after that. But we have you to thank for phenomenal pictures.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Oh, no problem. Please come back anytime and make sure you visit him on ehgphotography.com.
Thank you very much, Mr. Erik Hyler.
You're welcome, and thank you.
All right.
Artist Simply Human, the workshop experience, a new dance convention featuring an out-of-this-world faculty that will be sure to inspire you, motivate you, and renew your passion for dance. Catch their upcoming tour heading to Kansas City, Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, Atlanta, New Jersey, Houston, Anaheim. Join them in the summer of 2012 for a one-of-a-kind event in the City of Lights, Las Vegas. For information and to register, visit ashdance.com or call 855-ASH-DANCE. Artist Simply Human, the workshop experience.
Easy to make and take with you on the go.
Welcome to Food to Go with Steph and Ro.
I'm Steph.
And I'm Ro. And today we're going to talk about something I've been doing lately, and I like to call it modified juicing.
I feel like Ro kind of made this up. Modified juicing.
No, I did, because here's the thing. I don't have a juicer. Number one, juicers are expensive.
Number 2, they're so messy and hard to clean. I have one.
Number 3, there's a list. I am not big on wasting things, as you may know.
Yep.
I feel like I'm in a juicer, I'm going to be wasting a lot of stuff because it takes the juice out, and then there's a lot of vegetable that I'm not eating.
Yeah, like the apple peel. What a waste.
What a waste. Like, why not be eating that?
I don't know.
So what I've been doing is I have been throwing everything but the kitchen sink. All produce that I have in my fridge, I've been throwing it into a blender. And I definitely have, rediscovered the liquefy button on my blender.
Right.
And
I don't even know if
blend and
mine
blend
has
and
that.
blend.
Yeah.
But what's so great about this is I'm such a variety of fruits and vegetables.
Yeah.
Every time I put at least 3 fruits and 3 vegetables into the blender.
That's such a great way to get vegetables.
With
Because
such-
vegetables
yeah.
are more difficult than fruit.
Exactly. I had to put some juice in it, I will
Okay.
say. I use
Yeah.
100% juice.
Of course, no sugar
And then
added.
I can take it with me anywhere to go. And because you haven't lost any of the actual fruit or vegetable, it's all there. It's just kind of condensed down.
Oh my
so if you have a
gosh.
tall glass of it, it's actually very filling, and you feel so good because you've taken in so many micronutrients. It's insane.
Micronutrients. That's awesome. Well, how long do you run your blender for?
Like a minute. And then let me give you a quick example of what I put into it.
Yes.
So my 3 vegetables might be beets.
Oh, I love beets.
Carrots.
Yes.
Spinach. And my 3
Oh, my
fruits might
gosh.
be blueberries, bananas, apple.
Oh, so good. So sweet. So tasty. Modified juicing. Ro made it up.
Check it out. And also
gosh.
check us out
Oh.
on Facebook, Food to Go with Steph and Ro.
And on Twitter, Food to Go Steph Ro, because we're awesome.
Visit infinitedancecast.com and click on the Food to Go menu
to check out this week's healthy snack. Join us here every week.
on Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dancecast.
Have a healthy week.
Easy to make and take with you on the go.
What's up? This is Kenny Wormald, and you're listening to Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dancecast, my favorite dancecast.
Hey, welcome back. We are still Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dancecast.
Still Dancecast.
Still Dancecast. Still dance all day, still every day, still all the time.
Ooh, that was pretty good.
That was kind of hard, actually.
So that was great. So make sure you check out Erik Hyler's photography because the guy's great.
Yeah, no, I do really, he makes you feel comfortable, and I do feel like you get a lot of really great shots.
Absolutely.
And the great thing is he also gives you the CD at the end, which is something you never used to get. You would have to pick 2 or 3 shots and then pay $50 for every other shot you wanted.
Right.
So now for one price, you get your CD to take home and do what you want.
I will tell you also this.
Talk.
Okay, I will. Okay, so
Thank you.
thank you. Okay, so I auditioned for Glee a number of times before I got to do this show.
Right.
I was using a certain headshot, not saying it was a bad headshot or whoever it was that took it. But I finally decided to use a different headshot when I went to audition, and all of a sudden I got it. And it
Really?
Yeah, and
What was the difference in the look?
I would just looked a little bit more youthful, I think. In the other one, not so like,
Were
ooh,
you
I'm a hip hop
smiling,
dancer or
or
something. Yeah, I was smiling.
Was the first one non-smile?
First one was non-smiling.
You look more approachable, and if you
Right.
think about Glee,
And you think like the casting directors and the producers, they all see these headshots. They have final say. You know what I mean? So, and then a couple of years later, look, I'm still working on Glee.
Yes,
So-
and they call you. You don't have to go to all those
they
auditions.
call me. It's great.
Which is really nice.
And
I
we
mean,
just-
it's a blessing.
And we just did the episode with Harry Strum, the Cool played Cool. We did West
Love
Side
it.
Story,
Love
and then me and at Michael Riccio, we just did this this other number from West Side Story, which I don't know if it's aired yet or not, but it's
that is so cool.
Yeah. No, it's very exciting.
So now remember, if you haven't gone and listened to Michael Riccio's interview that we had, also very great. He's got a great story about his journey to Los Angeles, and it's nice that you guys get to work together.
Yeah, no, he's great. He's absolutely awesome, man. One of my good friends, and we're actually getting ready to shoot a short film. That we have written. So this is a kind of an exciting thing for us. So if you haven't heard his audition, make sure you, or his interview, excuse me, make sure you check it out.
Check it out, because this short film will be great.
Yeah. So
I know it will. Hopefully I'll have some part in pre-production or production.
Duh.
Yes. I'm hoping.
Duh.
Seriously?
Yeah, well, we can't pay you.
Well, I kind of knew that.
We'll pay you
We
in
have
some
such a
way.
great give and take relationship. I think that's, you know.
Well, we just want to do good work. So we want to say thank you to everyone who's supporting us.
Yeah.
And thank you to everyone who hasn't supported us, because that's given us the fire to do it, and we don't wish anyone.
And we have somebody here new that is actually a great segue right there.
Good, go for it. Who is it?
It is Janae Mercedes.
Oh, good.
Who is now one of our associate producers.
Brand new to the show.
Brand new. This is her first day. Janae, say hi.
Hi.
She says from back. You must follow her at Janae Mercedes. She just moved here. Janae, come in here. Come in close. Talk to this side of the mic, right here, because you're so tall. So, Janae, where are you from?
I'm from Oklahoma.
And how long you been living here?
And I just moved here about a month ago. So
1 month.
Awesome. 1 month and she's already got a job.
We call that green. Yes. She's already an associate producer.
Yeah, which means she doesn't even get a T-shirt because we don't.
And you shot with Erik Hyler.
I did. I shot with him 2 weeks ago.
And?
I loved it. It was so fun. He makes you feel so comfortable, and it was basically just playing, you know.
Right.
We got work done, but it was just a good time. We just kind of hung out and got some great shots.
That's
Good.
great. Well, we'll all be looking for those on your Facebook page.
Cool. And that's Janai Mercedes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like the car, baby.
Just like the car. Just like the red car she drives.
You know, I had this really weird dream last night.
What is it?
Well, all of a sudden, I thought I needed to do the food to go sections.
Oh, that's funny.
And so I was coming up with all these recipes that I could use for the food to go section. Although I'm going to say, not as healthy as the ones that the girls are coming up with. Steph and Ro definitely have that on me. But I don't know why I was in this panic that I did not have the recipes for food to go.
Well, fear not.
I know,
You don't
because
have to
thank
do it.
goodness that those ladies do it for us, and they do an amazing job.
We want to send a special thank you to our producers, Michael Banana Fana Fofana Banicos.
I don't think you used that one.
Emily Billy Club to Your Face Brown, and our brand new associate producer, Janae Pass the Mic Mercedes, for producing our show.
Thank you for joining us, and make sure you visit us on iTunes and download any episode you have not listened to. You don't want to miss a word.
And most of all, we want to thank you, the listener, because without you, only our mothers would be listening. We're Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast. We'll see you next week.